Hello there, everyone. Welcome once again for joining us on Talk and Fight and our episode featuring the Olympics updates. And I'm sure we have a ton today, given it's a holiday here in Toronto and probably in other parts of the world as well. But what do you got for us, Christian? Any updates on the Olympics, specifically
Well,
about
you've you,
boxing?
well you've hit the nail kind of right on the head, Graham. A lot of the world, not everybody, obviously, but a lot of the world is celebrating Easter this weekend. I know we didn't have you on Friday, yourselves, as well as a couple other people, and this is Easter Monday, so not a whole lot has happened over the weekend. So I do just want to touch briefly on the two stories that we talked about on Friday because they have seemed to be one of the few things that has continued through the weekend, and that's the prospects for India's boxing team continue to slide again with more COVID-related news. COVID has hit the Indian boxing team pretty hard with cases of the infection among boxers as well as the coaching and support staff. And they have been on the rise over the weekend. This is all happening at the national camp in Patela. So the latest to have been infected by the virus is the men's team national coach Jai Singh Patil, sorry. Now, the coach has been admitted at this point to a private hospital in Patela with mild symptoms. Patel is the second support staff personnel, the first being the chief national coach, C.A. Katapa, to have been diagnosed with the virus. So the total number at this point of boxers and coaching staff found infected is now up to 13 members of the team. Four of the national campers, Deepak Kumar, Mohammed Itesh Khan, Manjeet Singh, and Narendra Kumar had earlier been admitted to a private healthcare facility with symptoms. So at this point, to control the spread of the virus, it's been decided by the authorities involved to suspend all practice sessions involving sparring and contact training at the national camp. So only non-contact physical forms of training will be allowed by coaches, and boxers are being told to strictly avoid meeting with their teammates in person. So the COVID-affected fighters who have not been hospitalized due to the virus are at this point self-isolating at the major Dian Chen hostel. So as well, the selection trial for the Senior Asian Championships, which are scheduled from May to the 21st to 31st in Delhi, have now been put off by the by the Boxing Federation of India. That trial or qualification round was scheduled to begin starting tomorrow and over the 5th and 6th. So continued troubles for Team India. Now, this possibly might have to do with the decision that we talked about on Friday, where they reintroduced communal dining at the training camps. They citing at the time a lack of manpower to do anything otherwise. So I think we may be already starting to see that come back and start to bite them in the backside a little bit there, which is unfortunate, but predictable. You've got infections on the rise in a bubble, and you're saying, "I'm sorry, we don't have enough manpower to feed everyone separately, so everyone into the cafeteria." Makes no sense, and again, sad but predictable outcomes. But we wish them all the best in India, and anyone who is infected, we hope, asymptomatic. We hope a speedy recovery, and we hope it doesn't directly affect anybody's Olympic prospects. So, fingers crossed, and we'll keep you updated as things move on with them. Looking back at our other story from Friday, though, in Uzbekistan, International Boxing Association President Umar Kremlev, while he's in the country, recently held a joint training session with the senior and junior national teams of Uzbekistan. This is in the nation's capital of Tashkent. So he's the first AIBA president to take part in a practice session in the country. You guys are going to remember that Uzbekistan did top the medal table at Rio 2016 with 3 golds, 2 silvers, and 2 bronze. So Kremlev said he participated in this training exercise to communicate directly with the athletes and to better understand their needs. He addressed the young athletes by telling them the AIBA's goals and intentions to support young boxers around the world. So what he said was, "My task is to be closer to our athletes and coaches. We stand for true and beautiful fights and for professional judging. And we, as functionaries, should create all necessary conditions for you, the boxers. Here in Uzbekistan, you have a rich history and experience in our sport. Your country is an example for others, not only at the continental level, but also worldwide. Let's continue this great tradition together and develop boxing in the best possible way. We are all united. We are all a united family. If you are a champion, you belong to the nation. The whole world is watching you. This is a high responsibility as well as hard work. Give as much effort as you can, and we will support you from our side. Message from Umar Kremlev. So after the session, Kremlev presented boxing equipment to athletes and coaches and wished them well during all future bouts. Earlier this month, and as we reported just on Friday, the AIBA had confirmed Tashkent as the host for the 2023 Men's World Boxing Championships, which is the overall reason why Kremlev is in Uzbekistan at the moment. So this is Kremlin's been in the news a lot lately, and I think this has a lot to do with them trying to clean up the AIBA's image. So he's only recently been elected to president of the AIBA, and they're doing a lot. They're appointing new committees. They're bringing on new faces and new blood to these committees to try to clean up all the controversy surrounding the AIBA. Because as you know, you guys will all know who have watched the show for some time now, the AIBA was stripped in 2019 by the IOC of their rights to administer and to carry out the boxing tournament at the Olympic level, which is why we currently have the boxing task force that we're working with right now. And it's still unclear what's going to be happening as far as the boxing tournament, who's going to be administrating that tournament for Paris 2024. So this is definitely in line with keeping him, keeping their image or trying to improve their image. You're going to see Kremlev in the news a lot coming up to the Olympics, and as we move past that, and you're going to see him as we get into other larger tournaments, specifically once we get closer to October as the World Championships come up in Belgrade, Serbia. But as I say, it is a bit of a slow weekend, being the Easter weekend, being celebrated by much of the globe. So we don't have a whole lot to chat about today, I'm afraid, Graham. We got a bit of a short episode. I've lost audio.
There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, great. Thanks for the update. I appreciate it. I'm sure the listeners do as well, and viewers.
And hello to the Last Bell Boxing chat out in the UK who says hello here in our chat.
Nice. Well done. Hopefully they'll join us one day to bring us up to speed as to how they're
on what's going on with Team Great Britain. Yeah.
Let's talk Canal Billy Joe. We'll leave that up to either Mike or Neil the Deal.
Yeah,
we stick to the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely. This segment, we typically stick to all things amateur boxing with a bit of a tilt towards the Olympics. But we definitely do on our Friday night panel cover a lot more of the pro fights. Knuckle Up with Mike Orr at 4 also covers a lot of those pro fights as well. So if you want to talk Canelo Billy Joe, we definitely will have a space for you to do that. We have the space. You let us know, and we'll put you into the right segment.
Oh, by the way, Last Bell, if you want your own show, let us know. Anyway, thanks very much, Christian. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us there, Last Bell. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Happy Easter.